Welcome back to yet another video from the Wasteland of Crossout. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Like I said in the last video, we are going to take a closer look at the new mine layer called Doom. So, I have 3 different builds to show you, and you'll probably recognize some of them. The first one is just a rebuild of the triple jewels build with the Harpy cab sitting at 9k power score. It's using the Cyclops for faster real load, and the Oppressor for rotation speed on the guns while also giving me 15% faster projectiles. I'm also using the Jackie to boost weapon damage by 15%, and it's connected to the engine and cab for maximum effect. I haven't done any test runs with this, but I have a feeling terrain is going to impact the aiming. The Dooms have very limited angles when aiming straight up, so that means terrain can be our friend but also an enemy in certain scenarios. You'll see later on. The damage these things are capable of dealing is off the hook. They can deal way more damage than any other mine layer right now. I'm sure they will be nerfed pretty soon. But let's do a few matches, and then you can decide for yourself. I think the only other mine layer capable of dealing more damage than these things is the B12 Dove. If you hit someone with a full volley from those, you're pretty much toast. You can see how the icons for the weapons at the bottom of the screen gets grayed out. That means the gun won't fire from that particular angle. I always try to avoid that with my builds, so I might have to move things around on this one later on. You can fire the Dooms in 2 different ways. The first is to just click the trigger, and they will release the payload. But if you hold the trigger, they will charge slowly, and the projectiles will get increased damage and projectile speed, impulse, and spread. So the more you charge, the more bonus they get. Keep in mind though, if you click shoot them, the projectiles won't go very far, and they will deal less damage, but it's great at close range. When you hit a target, the projectiles explode and releases a part of it that keeps 50% of the blast damage. These parts are very unpredictable, but can be devastating in close quarters, or if they get stuck underneath or inside a target. I think this weapon will be extremely effective against bricks and other builds with undermounted weapons. I find it weird though, that they choose to give us this weapon that does exactly what the Porcupines did, and was the reason why the Porks got nerfed. The Dooms will be 10 times more effective compared to the Porks at dismantling pretty much anything. The Dooms are weapons in the epic category. They cost 20 times less than the relic mine layers and deal way more damage. So it doesn't feel right. But enough complaining. I'm gonna exploit the situation to the fullest until they inevitably get balanced. That was wild. There are 3 enemies left, and 3 on my team. Let's see what we can do with 1 Doom. What a hit from the artillery. They managed to shoot over the pipeline above us. That's not easy to do. Well done. It's only 1 left, but I can only take 1 more hit, so I'm going to try to do as much damage as possible before I go out. That's a GG. Very well played. I don't think the Arty has much of a chance against that build. Let's do 1 more match. I'm gonna start charging the Dooms straight away and lob the wheels to the other side. You never know. I might get a lucky boom. The damage, it's insane. And that was just a random shot. You would need a hit from 3 Porks at the same time to get those numbers. Absolutely wild. And I haven't even fused these. So I might have to use my incredible whale skills and get it done. This is crazy. I like the Dooms. I like the gameplay they provide as a mine layer. They feel like a mix between the Fortunes and the Rippers only with a charge mechanic, but they are way overpowered. The Harpy cab is perfect with these because of the perk and the speed. You can play at range and fish for numbers, but also be fast and agile at close range while dealing massive damage. The state of the game right now is very fast-paced. Having good acceleration is just as important as top speed. If you're slow, you'll get caught by the melee got-getters. If you're fast, you outrun most of them, while spitting the wheels of doom at them when they follow you. Having good acceleration makes you able to maneuver in tight spots, which in turn makes you a hard target. And that's why I use this same build as a platform for different weapons. The Uwabaki wheels are great for the extra boost of acceleration when you have enemies around. It's very helpful. I really like that you can play the dooms at range. Give them a charge and lob them across the map where the action is. You teammates might not like it, but that's the job of a mine layer. Being sneaky and planting mines in strategic spots can let you control the map more than your team sees. Normally I do that with the Kings or the Fortunes, but I think I just got a new favorite mine layer. I hit that droner pretty good, but I'm not gonna follow them. Those flying drones shoot missiles that hurt a lot, and they have a trombone too. Another decent hit, and I didn't even charge them that much. This is what I was talking about earlier. Because of how the guns are placed combined with shitty gun depression makes terrain your enemy sometimes. And that's why gun placement with the dooms will matter a lot. We also have to consider the low durability they have. But they are hard to build around without interfering with the aim. But I have some ideas I will try out later. That's a toe, and they hurt a lot. It's my second favorite weapon type in the game. I think someone got hit by the leftover part of my projectiles. Nice hit there. That's me done. But I think we have this. After this match, we're gonna try another build, and I'm sure you'll recognize it from another video I made. I just rebuilt it a little to go with the dooms. It's time to bring out the Satori and drift the dooms. In order to do so, we need a Cyclops and an oppressor. The reason why I have big foot wheels on this is because they were already there, and I didn't bother with it. I just wanted to try a build with the Satori, so I swapped out the aspects, chameleon, and shield generator for a pair of dooms. I also managed to build some protection around the gun in the front, but found it harder with the one in the back, so I just exposed it as much as possible on top of the cap, because why not? Anyway, let's take it into battle and see how it works. When the dooms are mounted like this on a build with wheels, you really feel the terrain, and it makes it hard sometimes to lob them. So I think having them on a hover will be a little better, but we'll see about that later on. I have to move a lot more with this build if I want to get some extra damage from the cap. But like I have said before, the trick with the Satori is to not focus on the perk that much, because in the end, it will make you mess up, so don't get too greedy with it. Those Reapers are nasty, and I keep missing my shots. If you decide to get this weapon, make sure you practice how they aim when you drift. I noticed that it feels like they're a little off because of inertia, so you kind of have to learn how it behaves when turning or drifting. I hear the beeping sound. That means MUGs. This is gonna hurt a lot. I have played the MUGs a lot myself, and I like them a lot. They behave like a mine layer combined with a grenade launcher. I will probably cover them again in a later video. That's one less brick in play. Let's see if I can survive that image. That's insane. First the initial hit, and then the secondary just popped everything. Look at this, and tell me this isn't overpowered. I may just have a good match, but my gosh, these things slap hard. We have a runner, guys. I'm gonna take the bait and follow them. That's a good shot, if I may say so myself. And we have a clutch, ladies and gentlemen. Good game. Let's do one more with this one, and then try another build. This is the perfect map for shooting wheels filled with explosives. There are so many obstacles and so much terrain that the wheels are hard to see and avoid. Let's stick around some teammates so I don't get singled out. There's already one coming after us. I can see them on the minimap. Those are threshers. Remember what I said in the last video. Those things are capable of dealing insane damage. This is not a good position to be in for me. How on earth did I survive that? It's not looking too good now. A couple of more hits and I'm done. The threshers got us in the end. Good game. Let's go back to the garage and check out the next build in today's lineup. Okay, so we gotta try a hover, and we have to maximize the reload speed. And to do that, we need a King Hadron setup, like this. I could squeeze out even faster reload by using the argument nail gun, but King will be fine. I'm also using a flywheel and the oppressor engine. This hover is an old build that's been around forever. I have no idea who built this, but I just modified the shizzle out of it and slapped on the dooms. Anyway, let's go fight and see how it works. The sound effect on those devourers are so satisfying. I used to own them, but sold them off to get the Nemesis, which have now turned into Rippers. And now the Rippers suck, because these new epic weapons are way better. How unlucky is that? The Dooms will get nerfed though, probably with the upcoming speed patch, so enjoy them while they're hot. It's a little easier to use these on a hover. I think I may have to make a smaller one, but with the dead man cap. That way I can bring these down in power score. I'm also going to prepare a new sub 6K build for Sunday, and I will use 2 of the Dooms on it. I thought that was a live target. Sometimes the name of the enemy doesn't show up, so it can be hard to see if it's a wreck or not. So, I shoot it because it's better to be safe than sorry. Looks like most of them are at our base, so I'm gonna lob some explosive wheels of doom to greet them. The reload feels great, and I like the maneuverability you get with hovers. It makes it a lot easier to aim the dooms, and you don't have to focus that much on terrain. On wheels, they still feel good, but the lack of depression on the gun is more noticeable. Since you can charge the shot, it's possible to lob the wheels perfectly over hills or slopes, which makes this mine layer very satisfying to use. I think this is a GG. Let's do one more match to get the right feel. I do like my hovers, and I can't wait for the speed update because it's going to make the hovers a little faster again. Those are very high numbers for a single shot. This weapon seems like it can outdamage any weapon in the game right now. Do you think this is on purpose from the devs to sell more because of people like me, making videos telling you how insane this is? Or do you think it's just a miscalculation? Let me know in the comments, otherwise your hair will smell like cabbage for a year. One less enemy. Let's do more. Instead of me saying that's insane, or that is crazy, why don't you let me know what you think of this after watching the video? I want to know if you think this looks like it's way overpowered, or if you think they seem balanced. So, today we have tried the dooms on different setups, and I think the first one is my favorite. The Harpy and Jackie makes the dooms feel busted. I like the hover, but I think I want to use a dead man with a presser and a Jackie. So after this video, I'm gonna start building. And if I manage to come up with something good, you'll find it at my exhibition soon enough. I think we're at the part of the video where I wish you a fantastic day wherever you may be. I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I would appreciate if you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free after all, unlike this free-to-play game. Anyway, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.